Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome into another VR accessibility overview, and this one is for Bridge the Gap. And at least as of recording, this game is only on the PS5 for the PSVR 2 and nothing else. Not PC, not Quest, nothing. So we will start off with, can you play this game seated? Yes, you can. I honestly think this game is kind of meant to be played that way. You obviously can't play it standing, but it really feels like it's almost meant to just sit back and relax and play it. It's essentially Lemmings. If you grew up in the 90s, you most likely know what that is. Now, changeable controls. You cannot change them in the game. The default controls, because it tells you in like the tutorial area, which is kind of what you're seeing now. The left stick by default, you move around, you can move, in all of the 8 cardinal directions, forward, left, back, right, all that stuff, and at angles. And then the right stick will raise you up and down, and then you turn left or right, turn the camera left or right. So it takes a bit to get used to that. And then the grips are to place down the objects, like the little squares. The L2 and R2, which are for your index finger, those are to make little hand bridges, and you will need to like hold that in place. But if you need to change any of these, you will have to go into the PS5's accessibility settings while in the VR headset. That way the controllers will show up, and then of course you can change anything you need. Do keep in mind, as always, the game will still show what the old buttons were. So if you've changed anything, you'll have to remember what's what. Alright, for movement types, there's only smooth movement. There's no teleport. I don't really know how they would do it anyway, because you just kind of move like from side to side, pretty much, watching what the monks are doing or where they're going. Now, for turning types, you do, of course, have snap turning. You have smooth, which is what I typically use and am using in this video. And you, of course, can, if you're standing or in a swivel chair, you can just turn, have that physical turn and all of that good stuff. There are no colorblind modes, and if you are on really anything that isn't a MetaQuest headset, there's nothing that can be changed. So if that is a problem, yeah, this game does not have anything for you. I'm sorry. I wish more games would actually have that kind of stuff. Alright, closed captions, subtitles, all that good stuff. No. There is not really any talking in this at all. So, there is none of that. Anything that you do need to know is just in plain text. Usually outside of a stage. So, yeah. That's all there is in terms of anything like that. Alright, difficulty levels. You have 2. In the adventure mode, or I believe that's what it's called, there are 2 difficulties. You have chill mode, where you can take your time, look, see how the layout of the stage is. You could set up the objects to help the monks get to the end, or get a collectible, or this or that. And the objects are indestructible or invulnerable. They do not break. And you could just, chill, as the mode is called. Now, the second difficulty is called Challenge. And basically, all of what chill mode has, that mode does not. The stage starts pretty much immediately, and the monks are just going. The objects are not invulnerable, they will break. And I believe there was one other thing to add to that, but I cannot remember and don't have it as a note for some reason. And then there's actually a separate mode that is called Endless Mode. And that, I do not have footage of it, but that mode is like, the stage is moving like an endless runner game, and you have to just follow it and keep putting things down to try and help them get as far as they can, and there are no difficulty options for that. Basically, assume it is challenge mode and then ramped up a bit. That is the endless mode. And then, at last, upper body and arm movement levels. I would say after playing a bit, and you're seeing it as well in this video, I'm gonna at least say a moderate to full. I would love to be able to say minimal, but there are areas to where you will have to spread out your arms to create two different hand bridges at the same time, and you cannot fully just leave your arms like on your lap or on armrests to be able to do that with both of them. Definitely not easily anyway. But yeah, so I'm gonna moderate to full on this. You're gonna need some arm movement. Upper body, obviously, no. You can get right up to the stage and the floor that the monks go on. So other than that, you're good to go. Alright. And that is going to be the end of this VR accessibility overview. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this helped you, or maybe it can help somebody to know whether or not you or they can play this game. Maybe it was on the fence, you didn't really know. And if you are new to seeing these videos, there are over 100 of these VR accessibility overviews, and over, I think, almost 140 sets of just the typed up notes. Top of the description, and you will be able to see that. But yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day or night whenever you may be watching this, and I will see you later. Alright, bye!